It finally happened. Yes, guys, Magic the Hedgehog here, and welcome to another review. Once again, no editing, but it's all talk. I can't really be up and about because I watched all the episodes. Oh my gosh! So season 3 for Sonic Prime is finally here, and wow. There was a lot of action, and I loved it. With a man of being a lover of action stuff, this was filled to the brim. But before we go any further into this video, quick warning, spoiler warning. This is legit being recorded on the day of the new season. So I will be going into full episode stuff. Like, I'll be mentioning the episodes, we mentioned what happened, the characters, and also the big old ending. And of course, I need to talk about the ending. The final episode got dramatic, and also there is indeed something at the end, but I'll go into that a little bit later. So let's go into it. Spoiler warning, and I will carry on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I accidentally did the middle finger, didn't I? Alright, I slapped myself. Ow! Don't worry, I'm fine. I can take myself. I can! Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, Sonic Prime Season 3. What do I think about it? Oh, it was brilliant. I gotta say, it was an excellent end to the series. Or is it? Because I want to hold back of talking about the ending, but I really need to talk about the ending. But I'll talk about the ending at the ending. So of course we go into, of course, Sonic and Shadow. The thing that was actually the episode 1 was actually said already. It was put on a few days before episode 1 actually went on with all the other episodes on Netflix. So a few days before that, episode 1 came on, and already episode 1 kicked off, and damn. I gotta say, we got to see more of Sonic and Shadow. We got to see them working together. The nice, like, bond they have with each other is so cool. But, look, I'm sorry, but in episode 1, there was a dramatic bit. It was a sad bit where all these Tails, Amy, Knuckles, and Rouge, the original versions about in, like, a ghost form, were, like, getting sucked up by the void. But the funny bit was that Knuckles was like getting soaked up, but he looked like he was going, oh! He just looked so funny, but also I knew it was a tender moment. It was a sad moment that was happening, but the fact that Knuckles was literally going, oh! But in all seriousness, there were a good amount of moments where you just feel like, oh my god, he's gonna break. And I gotta say, Shadow, damn, that they did his character good. I felt that we got to see a lot of change from Shadow, and I am glad for his character building as well. Even though he hasn't been in the he's not the main focus of the season, but he's a key, and I'll get into that point later when I talk about the last episode. Now to quickly go into stuff, we saw what happened at the aftermath. We saw 9 build his citadel on the Grim. Saw the creation of all the Grim versions of Sonic, Amy, Tails. Sorry, not Tails. Sorry, no, they missed that one out. They did Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Rouge, and Birdie. Yep, there was no version of Tails from the Grim Tails, and there was no version of Shadow because, of course, there's no versions of Shadow. So there is that. But we see what's happening. The decaying of all the worlds. All the shadow spaces are getting shattered. See what I did there? But the point being, what the hell happened to all of them? Well, they got destroyed. We actually did, in the last episode, and even the episode before, it was shown, in the last episode, it was shown the Citadel was all that remained. That was the only place that was safe so far. And damn, that was epic. So during now the first like 3 episodes, we get to see a chase sequence happen. Sonic getting chased by the grim versions of the bird. Then of course he has to team up with the eggs. And what's funny is that I just can't help it, but I love it every single time when Sonic teams with Eggman, and then eventually it just falls apart. But I gotta say, this one was really cool because there was more than just one Eggman. Like, that was cool. Now, what do I think about 9? Now, in this entire 7-episode series, this entire season, this season 3, 9 was basically the villain. He was going full madness. He was playing the bad guy. And honestly, I'm going to have to go and say it. The final battle. The final battle when Sonic and New York Knuckles teamed up. It felt like it was a play. It was a switch. And if you don't know what I mean, you have to rewatch the episode and then just think Sonic game knowledge. Because the switch they did was so smart. Because in the past, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the original game, it was Sonic and Tails versus Knuckles. Now it's switched over. Sonic and Knuckles versus Tails. They did a switch. They did a sidekick switch. And oh wow. Like, it is emotional. Like, this is technically a lookalike of Tails, but still. That was clever. The switch was so clever. But geez, it was clever. But I really like 9's story. 9's story throughout the entire season. The entire series actually was quite good. And to be honest, I really want to see more of, what happens after all of this. Now because I want to, I don't want to go too much about this. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's amazing. I don't want to say too much if you guys just don't care about spoilers, or if you do like spoilers, I don't know. But I need to get to the ending because the final episode was so ending and climactic. Oh, now honestly, when you go into Netflix, the first thing you'll note on episode 7 is the fact of the thumbnail. The thumbnail sort of does spoil it a little bit. How exactly? The thumbnail is of Amy and not the other Amy's. No, the original Amy. It legit just shows Amy there with her hammer, the original hammer. It just shows her in the thumbnail. And I thought, yeah, they're brilliant. I'm like, yes, everything goes back to normal. Or has it? Now, the reason why I'm going to go straight to the last episode is because the last episode was so dramatic. It was so interesting. But it also means it might not be done yet. Because I'm going to quickly go through a few things and then I'm ending the episode. I'm just, yeah. The thing is that it goes back. It goes back to episode 1. It goes back to where it began. It just goes back to that first battle in season 1. And oh, damn, it's like time froze. And that's the thing. This season was basically reminding yourself something. The entire bit at the start was reminding what's happened up to this moment. And one thing I think everyone forgot about. Shadow's Emerald. Now, I didn't actually think about this. But when Sonic was that weak, Shadow was able to get him through the gate. And it looked like it just reset everything. It just reset everything back to the point of the crystal first shattering. And it goes back to the first battle of the season. And my gosh, it was so cool. The fact that everyone was just so confused. Eggman was confused. But then he was like, do you know what? No, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill them all. Or was it crush them? I don't know. I think kill them all will be a bit more dramatic. But let's talk about the ending. Because remember, I did say spoiler warning. This is another spoiler warning. Spoiler warning! If you don't want to watch, click off. Alright, let's talk about it. Where the hell is the crystal? Shadow teleported the crystal using the Chaos Emerald. But what does this mean? I don't know. The Chaos Emerald is back, so that means the emeralds could all be back. Everything could all be back. And the thing is, Shadow teleported the crystal to where no one knows. We don't know what happened, but it looks like Sonic was about to explain to everyone what happened during that time. But then, guess what happened? Yep, a explosion. That was just like what happened in Season 1 when the crystal shattered. And, something appeared. We don't know what appeared. But Green Hill's still normal. But we've seen this explosion a few times. And to be honest, there is a chance Season 4 of Sonic Prime could actually happen. But we do not know if it will. It is still yet to be re-signed. It is still yet to be written. I don't know if we'll get it this year, but we might. But along with Knuckles' series and the movie coming out this year, and with rumors that Sonic and Shadow will have a game together. Like, this is a rumor I've heard. I can't guarantee if it's real, but if this is real, then let's go! Because I've been waiting for a game which has Shadow, not as a DLC, for ages. Because I actually never got to play any of the original games. I do have Adventure 2, but I want to see a game where Shadow is able to use his Chaos abilities, because that would be glorious. So, will Season 4 be a thing? I blaming hope so, but there has been another rumor. On the Blu-ray disc of Sonic Prime, I think of Season 1, I don't know if it'll include Season 2, but it said 4 chapters, or something similar to 4 chapters, but it said 4. It said 4, and what is getting in my mind right now, as we speak, as I record this video, is what they said earlier. I don't know when they said it, but I know they said it. They said that Sonic Prime is canon in the Sonic universe. They said that this entire show is canon to the main Sonic franchise. To the main Sonic story, Sonic Prime is canon. And now, the big question, the big question. How will this all link? We all know this is based after anything after the Sonic Adventure games and after Heroes and Shadow. We all know it's based after that. It's most possibly based after 06. Because at this moment in time, we know the Emeralds exist. We know Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Rouge. They all exist. Green Hill, they exist. This is also most possibly after Sonic Unleashed. It's also after Sonic Colors, or maybe just before Sonic Colors. Do you know why? Because Orbot and Cubot both exist. A robot that looks near like the Egg Dragoon from Sonic Unleashed is in the game. So, what's the chance that this will soon connect the dots? And this Season 4 will lead into one of the games. And my idea is it will lead into the events of either Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, or even, if you connect the dots even more, so many crystals, so many things, a city of where Eggman rules. Connect the dots. What if this is how Eggman got the idea of the Phantom Ruby? Just an idea. This is just an idea, a big theory. I do not think it's real, but this entire series will lead into Sonic Forces, and possibly even Sonic Mania, because Mania has the Phantom Ruby. But what if that could? Because the crystal, it can technically alter reality in a way. So what's the chance it could actually have the power to do the stuff that the Phantom Ruby can do, but just differently? It created the shatter spaces. It created the entire Shatterverse. Created all of that just by an explosion. And with that, that is where I'm going to end the video. I did all this last bit of talking all about my idea of a Season 4 and how this could link to a game. Please, leave your ideas in the comments, because I am excited. Because if this could lead to a Season 4, I blaming hope so. Because here's the thing. We all know, deep within, that yes, 9 was a good villain. He's cool, and 9 was, like, he could change, and we knew he would say sorry. And I've got a feeling, this series will only end with the most OG way of possible. It will end with an Eggman boss fight. And I don't call that one a Eggman boss fight finale. Nah, I want an actual Eggman boss fight. And also, one we need, I don't know, say, Super Sonic and Super Shadow. Look, in all seriousness, I think super forms should be introduced soon. The Emerald re-exists. The Emerald is back. So meaning all of the Emeralds could be back. And I'm really hoping there is a Season 4. And I want there to just be continuation of an absolute banger of a story. And because in all seriousness, I just want to see all the characters talk to each other. Like Tails, 9, Mangy, Sails. I want to see all of them. All of them interact. I want to see one of the biggest things ever. I know we just got like an endgame like fight. But still. And without further ado, this is going to be the end of the video. Put in the comments down below about what you think about Season 3. If you haven't already, go and watch Season 3. It's here in Netflix right now. Sonic Prime Season 3. And so go ahead, go watch it. And until next time, this is Magic with the Hedgehog in human form. Signing out for now. Bye-bye and enjoy Season 3 of Sonic Prime. And no, I'm not going to do a dramatic outro. But that was a dramatic outro. Explosion. Low budget.